Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am sharing a flip through of my latest digital kit, and of course it's a Christmas digital kit. So I have 29 pages and I'll go through those now. So I've done green and red, so it's a well, I guess it's a vintage grunge collection. Don't worry about this strip on the side, they have all been fixed. One's upside down, so that goes that way. I've got this one with the holly around the edge. And we've got some red, which is the same as that one except the red, of course. A slightly different background with just the red stripes. Red damask and a different damask. Here we have a collage page and another background page. And this background page has the holly and the berries around the edge, but sort of muted down so you can still write on those. And this is the plain muted down page. And we're getting into the ones that are embellished. I've just forgot to mark borderless when I printed this, but it can be printed borderless. So this is the collage page, but I've put a few baubles on it. This is another one that I forgot to mark borderless, but it can of course be printed full size. So a nice selection, I think, of pages, some plain, some with images on them. Then I've got 5 pages of fussy cuts. So these are all items that have been used in the collection that you can fussy cut and use to embellish plain pieces. And there's actually a page of words and phrases as well. And then we've got embellishments. I've got 16 pages of embellishments. So this one's just a journaling card, a seed envelope, some bows, another seed envelope, a couple of words, and some more bows. I've tried to do the bows in different sizes, and of course if you wanted to print these 2 to a page, well then you would get even more sizes. Here we have an envelope and some journaling cards. Here we have some small envelopes that have got like a scalloped flap. This is a pocket that folds over and you can put things inside. Here's another journaling card. So this is the same pocket except a different pattern. This is a page pocket and I've done some different tops on it. So that's a green one. So I've done a green one that shape and a green one this shape, and I've done a red one that shape and a red one that shape. So you know, you can mix and match with those. I've also done some little labels down the bottom here in reds. These are slotted pockets, so you fold those. Actually, I might I might just do, at the end of this, I'll do a little bit of a, show you how to use some of these things. So that's a slotted pocket, and that's the pattern papers that go over the top of the slotted pockets. I have a slotted tag as well, so same sort of idea. I'll show you how to do that. Small envelope and some more labels here in green. And another slotted tag and some more words and phrases. Some words here and some large tags with the rounded tops. And here are 3 large tags with the straight tops. And 3 more large tags with straight tops. Now I've done some smaller tags as well, and I've done 3 of the red with the dome top and 3 of the green, and then I've done the same with the straight tops, flat tops. And these are the same size tags, but I've put you know, embellishments on those. I've put pictures on them so that they're not plain, and I've done the same thing with the red. Okay, so altogether here there's 50 pages here, but I have also done a freebie, and this freebie will be over on the Junk Journal Fixed with Sunflowers and Doors website, Facebook page, sorry, and it will also be available in my coffee shop. So I've got another page. I think there's 5 pages in this one. So we've got a green, a red, another collage page with a Christmas tree and a rocking horse, baubles, reindeer and fireplace. And here we've got some more fussy cuts and a bag embellishment. I have shown you before how to do the bag embellishments. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to go off now and cut my pieces out, and then I'll come back and show you how to put together some of those newer things that I've included in the embellishments pages. Okay, so I have cut that out and I have inked around it. Now all I have to do is fold, score. I'm going to score from here down to this corner here. And I'm going to score along the bottom here. And along here. Same thing from this corner to this corner. Okay. These are really simple to put together and really effective, I think. Now I did use my pinking shears to cut along the top there and along the bottom there. Now I'm going to ink on here just because we're going to see this section above the top of the bag. So I'm just going down, you know, so that it's not going to show like that. Right, so let's run a little bead of glue along here. Try and keep pretty close to the edge. And then we're going to fold this bottom piece up and just run a piece of glue, a bit of glue, just 1 row is enough along there. Fold that up like that. Now take your bone folder and finish that down. There we have a cute little Christmas bag. So that's how you create the bags. Okay, so I've cut a few of the different things out that I've got in this kit, and I'm going to assemble them now. I'll start with the bow. That is pretty straightforward. So we need our glue, And I might actually grab my tweezers also. So put a little bit of glue on the centerpiece here, and we fold this over onto it. You don't want to flatten that piece, unless you want a flat bar, of course. And then we put a little piece of glue on there, and then fold this one over to meet that. I'm just going to use my tweezers to hold that in place for a minute. Now this piece, we put a little piece of glue on there, just a little dot will do. Then we take our bow, and the back section, we place that on there like that. So, that's back to front. So that goes on there like that. You could ink the inside of your bow. Which by the look of that would be a good idea. Okay, now I'm going to let that dry for a second, because our next step is to wrap this piece around the centre of the bow. So you can see I've brought that up over the top, so I haven't got the white piece showing. I've got the pattern paper coming over, and a little drop of glue there, and then I will put my tweezers back on that to let everything settle down. Now I'll pop that aside for the moment. Now one of the other things I've got in there is this layered tag. Now I would normally cover that with coffee dyed paper, but I'm just showing you today how to put it together, so I'm not going to do that at this stage. Now all we have to do for this is run a bead of glue around the outside edge. We don't want to take it in too far, although up the top here you can. It's generally just down the sides and across the bottom. We don't want to take our glue up too far. You can put as much glue in this area as you like. Then we take this and we lay it on top of this. Now using art glitter glue might not have been my best idea for this, but you can see I haven't got that on there square. I haven't got it on actually evenly, that's what I'm saying, not square. A bit higher. It's just moving around now. I probably need to put more glue on it. Let's see if I can line it up a bit better this time. About there. I still haven't got it lined up that well, but it will give you the idea. So you can see here we've got a layered tag now, and I've just cut out some little tags from the kit, and you can see they pop in here. There's 3 layers there, like that. So that's that one. And now this is a pocket with pockets. So it's a layered pocket. So let's get our pocket organised first. So we're going to put our score line in. Like so. And so it's gusseted. You can see that. Like so. Now I'm going to take my bone folder, finish these folds down. Now I've cut out the pattern paper mats. So they can go in there like so. So if I put them on correctly, you can see the picture sort of taking shape there. So let's start with the bottom one. Now there are 2 of these in the kit. Okay, so that would go on your page like that, and then once again you've got a pocket there, a pocket there, and a pocket there. You've got 3 pockets. That's those 2. Now this one, this is pretty straightforward. This is just the same as putting together a standard coin envelope or seed packet. So fold this over and just get an eraser and rub that out. And I'll also ink in here. Like that. Now, fold that over, fold that over. Fold that up, fold that down. Run a bead of glue along this edge, and I like to run one along the inside edge there so that we get a good stick. Then a row of glue along here, fold that up, burnish, burnish, burnish and burnish. So there we go. Here's our seed packet. We've got we've inked along here so that it's not white. You can leave it white, of course, if that's your preference. That's that one. This one is an envelope, but it's got like a fancy flap on it. So you just assemble this the same as you assemble any envelope. I'm just going to ink that. I'm not quite sure how far I need to go down with that, but we will soon see. Now, I turn this around this way and I'm going to put that crease and this here and here, and then same here, so there and there. And then we're going to do across the bottom here. And across the top here. There. So, if you haven't got a scoreboard, of course, you can still do this, but use your ruler and your bone folder to get a nice sharp crease. Let's glue this down. Little bit of glue along this edge and this edge. And stick that down. Finish those edges. There we have a cute little envelope with a fancy flap. That one. Now this one, this is another new one to my kits. Now we want this point. Actually, I did it this way. This point is the edge of our pocket, and across the bottom, so along here. Like so. Oh, well, you can also, I've inked on there because we'll see that. You can also score down here if you want to, but I'm going to just fold that one over. Let me get this out of the way. Fold this one up. Finish those. And then I'm going to just fold this edge over to this edge. Like so, lining it up. And then fold that down there. Like so. Glue. here, and here. Bring that over, glue it down. You can see I haven't quite got that fold spot on. Okay, burnish, burnish. And there we have a neat little pocket that we can put things into. And it's gusseted, so you've got the full width of your pocket to play around with. Alright, so they're the things in the kit that you may have wanted to have a little bit of a description about. If there's anything else in there that you're not too sure about, or you're not sure how to make up, just leave a comment in the description box. Just leave a comment and I'll get back to you and answer your questions. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little embellishments that come in the kit that you might find handy to use in your projects. Alright, well that's it for now. I'll put links in the description box to the kit in both my Etsy and my Ko-fi shop. And there is also a freebie to go with this, so I'll put a link to that in the description box as well. So yeah, happy crafting, and I hope you can join me when I post my next video. Okay, bye.